Okay, I think that Nick is in love with Judy, but I don't think Judy is in love with Nick in the whole confession thing.
I think
But you,
that Ben has colored the scene too much in his head. I don't really think this is like love, like deep love. I think this is more of like in reference to foxes because they are solitary creatures, and the fact that Nick was able to actually enjoy the company of Judy says that he's already going beyond his usual, configuration, which is to be solitary. Hello, movie fans. It's Geoff.
and I'm Ben.
Welcome back to another episode of Geoff and Ben. If you'd like to see this full video, it's also available on our YouTube channel called Geek Roll. Come visit Geek Roll for some hand-rolled and wasabi hot takes.
And if you want to hear our voices as we growl, listen to us at Spotify under Geoff and Ben.
Yes, Geoff and Ben, for people who prefer listening over watching videos. We're going to be posting a new episode every Saturday, so stay tuned.
But you should watch our videos so you can see our animal wear. I'm like totally extinct.
Yes,
and
Ben is wearing a dinosaur, and I am wearing the Tasmanian devil from the Looney Tunes world. I'm not really sure if it's, that kind of animal, but, it is a Tasmanian devil, so, well.
Yeah. Did we see any Tasmanian devils in the movie we just watched?
No, and in fact, you guys, I'm sure, haven't noticed this, but apparently in Zootopia 1, it didn't actually include all the different types of animals. There were actually certain animals that were excluded
Yeah, that's the
in
weird.
the city.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. I didn't notice that. Even though they were showing it in the trailers, it was staring at me right in the face. Because today we're reviewing.
Yes, we're reviewing Zootopia 2. Yes, it's a lot of animals in a single megacity, but they're going to add a little more context to how things are actually being run in the city and how things are actually happening that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, shall we start?
All right.
Let's go! Lights, camera, let's roll.
Right. Let's roll.
Let's go.
Zootopia
Yeah.
2. Wow. This is a very action-packed, would you call this a sequel to the first movie?
Total sequel.
Yes, of course, a sequel. And of course, it retains certain characters from the first movie, like Judy Hopps and of course Nick Wilde, the iconic team, the iconic duo who works in a police task force.
Yeah, the police department.
Police department, yeah. So, usual set of questions. Am I the one who's going to be asking it?
I'm okay either way, because I'm excited about this one.
By this time, you guys are probably familiar of like the set of questions that we have for every, podcast episode. Okay, first question is Ben.
Let's go.
What do you like about the Zootopia 2 movie?
Okay, I have to try to keep it short because there's lots of things to like. Okay, first, there's a list. Okay, the callbacks are great. You had like okay, again, spoilers, okay?
Yes.
So yeah, we have Bogo, of course. We have Clawhauser. I don't really like Clawhauser.
Right.
Everybody likes Shakira, but no, we like the tigers more. Thank goodness they're back.
Shakira did not have much. Oh, sorry, not Shakira. Gazelle. Gazelle did not have much screen time in this movie, unfortunately.
Yeah, but she was a little bit more involved slightly.
Yes,
She did an action scene, a very short action scene.
Very short. Yeah.
Yeah, we needed more action with the tigers.
Right.
Just kidding. Never mind. Okay, so those are great. There were some surprises, like the sloth came back. That was great.
I don't understand how the sloth has a racing car.
Yeah, that was a joke in the first movie.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he didn't go to jail because he was great. My actual favorite callback was Mayor Bellwether. She came back.
Mayor Bellwether, the sheep.
Yeah, the sheep.
Yes.
It's like that was so cool.
You like her? She's evil.
I know, but like I didn't expect her to come back. Like she's living her evil life. Okay, that's just a side thing. Okay, let's go to other stuff. Okay, all right. Okay. I was actually worried about the thing I was worried about in Zootopia 2 the most actually was the snake. Okay, this is the whole discrimination whatever thing. The fact that they had a snake like playing a huge role in the movie. I kept thinking like, what did they just get this from the bad guys? The bad guys too? Because Mr. Snake there was like, did they think, like, oh, Mr. Snake was awesome, let's do it in Zootopia 2? No, this is like a whole new different animal. Okay, that sounds funny. Yeah. So, yeah, this snake is integral to the plot. It's not just because of, like, cool abilities, which he actually has.
Yes.
And this one is actually dangerous. His name is Gary, by the way. Yeah.
Gary the Snake. That's
Yeah.
his literal surname. It's the Snake.
Yeah, it's not very, very imaginative. Actually, the movie now is a little cornier with
It's
all
very
the...
corny.
Yeah, they made more jokes like piña koalas instead of piña coladas.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
But
That's dumb.
you know,
That's
to
dumb,
be
that's dumb.
fair, Zootopia is a metaphor for a lot of different things. They just use animals, right?
Yeah.
I liked a lot of things about this film. It's very light, and I went in the cinema not really trying to be too critical of the story because this is not, we're not the target audience for this. This was meant for children and, you know, family friendly viewing, okay? I like the part where they eventually got introduced to a whole area where there are reptiles because apparently in this movie, and I didn't notice this in Zootopia 1, reptiles actually did not exist in the city.
Yeah, it did not notice it at all. Even if it was in a trailer, like what's the big deal with the snake? That was great. It was such a stealthy way to put it in that it just went over your head.
Yes, and having found this information, I found myself thinking back, what other types of animals weren't actually in Zootopia?
That was a sequel. Okay.
Yes,
that
yes.
was cool.
And at the very end of the movie, we're kind of given the inkling that birds also were not included because a feather fell at the very, very end of the film. This was an extra scene after the credits, right?
Yeah.
So apparently reptiles and avian, is that the right word? Avian, bird creatures are not actually at Zootopia. So yeah. I also just generally like the art of Zootopia. I love how things are drawn. Everything is just so colorful and just very visual.
Yeah, like
very
the
visual,
party with the ice stuff, that looked awesome.
Of course, we have to move on to our second question.
Oh boy.
Just like all the other episodes. Second question is the usual. Ben?
Okay. What did I not like?
Yes.
Here we
what
go.
did you not like
Here we
about
go.
Zootopia?
Okay. One word.
Okay.
Nibbles.
Yeah, Nibbles. I also did not like Nibbles.
Yeah, it's not just the snake. I don't know if she was like shown in the trailers like a lot and stuff.
Right.
She was like basically the fourth person in the group. Like she's quirky, she's smart. I should like her, but I don't. Gosh, it's like she was annoying. I'm sorry.
She's annoying, intrusive, and just honestly a little unhinged. She is very deductive and smart, but unhinged.
She was self-sacrificing and whatever, but there's just something about her. I'm sorry.
Very provocative character, right?
Some kids are gonna love her, I'm sure.
I'm sure a lot of kids are gonna love her over-the-top personality.
Near the ending, they did like a reference for adults, which is The Shining, the whole
The Shining,
snow maze
yes.
thing. That one took me out of the story because it was like a direct, like, it's like a serious part already because, you know, like, it's like wrapping up. It was like part of the climax. Then suddenly you put a reference in the real world, and then like, that's kind of like a joke. It took me out of the story, kind of.
Well, that's obviously for the adults probably taking their children to see the movie, right?
Yeah.
And just to be clear, this is the scene where Pa Bert is walking in the maze.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is in reference to The Shining. Yeah.
It totally looked like The Shining. The maze too, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of the whole Pobert thing,
Yes.
yeah, you were saying about this, like what you didn't like was the mystery.
Okay, well, moving on to the stuff that I don't like. Again, I couldn't have been too critical about the story because I imagine children would get too confused, or at least a younger viewers would be too confused if they made the story too detailed. Halfway through the movie, I already figured out the whole story. Just
Even at the start, he pegged who the bad guy is. Like,
yes, because this is like, you know, such a textbook mystery investigation type of thing. I already kind of figured that Pobert was, okay, this is a goofy, nice guy. He's probably evil, and he's probably an accomplice of the snake. I told Ben.
Yeah, we agreed on that. And then like when we found out that the bad guys was the family, I let it go. And then it turns out he was right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I guess if there's anything I really wanted, but again, this is not for us. A more complicated story, but yeah, it's for kids. I didn't like the story as much.
It was. I think you said it was basically like the first movie where the innocent character, like Mrs. Mayor Bellwether, it's like, you know, suddenly the bad guy. So same thing. Pobert, the awkward, nice guy, suddenly the bad guy too.
Too predictable.
Okay.
Third question.
Okay, I want to go for this. Okay.
All right.
this thing. I was like,
Yeah.
some people would be excited about this. Does Nick and Judy, are they in love? That's like, okay. I think that Nick is in love with Judy, but I don't think Judy is in love with Nick in the whole confession thing.
I think
But
that Ben has colored the scene too much in his head. I don't really think this is like love, like deep love. I think this is more of like in reference to foxes because they are solitary creatures, and the fact that Nick was able to actually enjoy the company of Judy says that he's already going beyond his usual, configuration, which is to be solitary.
Yeah, but then this is the part where he confessed, like, you're like, I'm staying here because you're the most important person to me. And then, like, Judy says the same thing. And then, like, they're not saying the word love, but they do later on. And that's what I love. And I think they do again, but Judy is so focused on her career and like advancing the status of bunnies and whatever. So Nick is the romantic one, just hiding stuff with his humor.
Yeah,
They're in love!
because it's possible, and you guys let me know, it's possible that foxes, when they imprint or develop a certain loyalty, it's very important to them, and it usually only happens to a single person. So I think this is more of like really deep friendship or admiration rather than, love. I don't know in what terms of love you're talking about, if it's lustful or something, because I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know.
I
Some
think this
people
is
are gonna
friendly, deep love, like loyalty.
No, but we'll see. There's a sequel hook for a third movie.
Yeah, I guess at this point you don't really have to ask me what I thought. I already told you guys. I think this is friendly, deep love, which involves loyalty.
No, you're just
That's what I
kidding.
think about it. Yeah.
right,
So,
okay.
anywho,
Let's go.
moving on to the last part of our review, we're gonna give this film a rating from 1 to 10. Then, what is your rating for Zootopia 2?
Okay. I'm sorry, but the original is still kind of better. There is new world building in the second one, but the way the mystery was, it wasn't really as big. It didn't explode or whatever.
No, it
and
was very generic. Yes.
it's
very
just a
generic.
retread and whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And while Gary was okay, Nibbles kind of messed it up for me. So I'm sorry, I have to give this still high. I'll give it an 8. 8 seems good.
Not bad. Not bad.
What about you, Geoff?
I like this film for the visuals alone. I was very entertained.
That's really good.
I love the character.
Music.
Okay, well, I did not like the music of Shakira as much as in the first one. Although it's not bad music, I'm just saying that I like the first one better.
I like the second song.
It was still a fun beat. I love the voice actors. I love what they did with the characters.
Yeah, there's a lots of like cameo voice actors.
There are a lot of cameo voice actors, too many to mention.
Yeah.
Gosh. If you see the credits, it's just like chock full of them. So I will not mention a lot of them anymore. It's just we would run out of time.
Yeah.
I want to give this a fair rating. I will give this a 7.5 out of 10. No, I think this is an average film. Was it spectacular?
Oh, okay.
For a children's film, for a teens film, yeah, I think it's pretty good. But it's just not for me though.
Okay.
But I really love watching the visuals. I love hearing the voices.
It was great. It was
great. This is definitely something that is a worthy sequel to Zootopia 1. But I have to admit, honestly, that I kind of liked Zootopia 1. It had more depth in story.
Same.
Yeah, we were talking about a rabbit who was going against the grain, trying to prove herself that rabbits can do it. Yes, we can go to the police force despite that rabbits are considered weak, And that had a more weighty tone to it compared to they're just chasing a bad guy here, basically. It's not. And Judy's obsessive compulsion to prove herself. Yeah, well, I suppose.
Focused on the love.
Yeah,
Just
I
kidding.
suppose that's all the time we have. Is there
Okay.
anything else you want to say?
Nah, that's good.
Yes, yes.
I hope we get Zootopia 3.
I have a feeling we will. There was a foreshadowing. A feather kind of fell, like somewhere in the wind. I'm like, okay, this is about birds now after this next.
Yeah.
But I guess that's, all of our time. We don't want to keep you guys for too long because I don't know if you guys really want to watch really, really long videos. So Anyway, I'm Geoff,
And I'm Ben.
and we'll see you guys again for other movies, sometimes series, sometimes, I don't know what else, maybe comics or something else, related topics. So, yeah.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Roll credits.
Right.